Amen. All right, well, good evening. Again, I'd like to welcome you to the service. Again, our first Friday night service of the year. Exciting that way. So welcome everyone who is streaming with us and all that are here in the room. Now, you guys know I've done three things about AI last year. And I had one that's kind of what I call AI adjacent. So if you want to go and put up the slides here. Actually, I didn't bring my clicker back here. It's only a few slides. I forgot about that. Anyway, so if you guys don't mind going next one when it's time. So today I just want to talk about CAPTCHA. I thought this was an interesting area. I know it's involved many of you have seen it in numerous places, at least if you use the internet, you've seen it. So go to the next slide. So CAPTCHA stands for Completely Automated Public Turing Test to Tell Computers and Humans Apart. And that Turing is Alan Turing, from the name that's from a World War II guy who was in Britain and helped figure out how to decrypt the Enigma stuff. But he came up with tests or thought tests or experiments to say, as computers evolve, get better, how it would be telling them apart. And so that's where the Turing test came from. So go to the next slide. So the reason why CAPTCHAs came out was really twofold. The main one was about spam prevention, because in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a lot of discussion forums. The internet had, exploded since 1995. And of course, the bad actors, would try to spam all this stuff and just put everything there. And it was a hassle for those that, were moderating to have to continually try to clean it out and ban people. And with their programs, they could just automate, create a new account and just spam away again very easily. It didn't take them a lot of effort. And then flooding is, just, again, the program that's just going to keep trying to go to the same site and take away bandwidth or resources and all that. And so CAPTCHA was first invented in 1997. It was used in some smaller sites then, like iDrive, I think was the first one to use it. But it really got popular with the website implementers after PayPal implemented it in 2001. And so that's when it really it took off, and you see a lot of other sites started using it right after it. And you can see some examples of the first ones on it where they used these words, and they were pictures, and so it would take, so a human had to go and type in the field, and that's very easy to implement for that, and it'd be hard for a computer to go after that. Go to the next slide. There's some problems with it, though. CAPTCHA made it very difficult for those that were visually impaired. So, like if people were relying on screen readers and all that, the screen reader obviously couldn't read that, and if they were hard to look at and visualize, and then as the spammers were started using software, they had to make the CAPTCHAs, more and more difficult until humans started having very low success rates on it too. But also, that didn't stop the spammers and all that, because what they do is they go farming or have these people in third world countries, and they'd pay them like 50 cents for every 1,000 CAPTCHAs that they would do. And so they just outsource it. Instead of trying to use humans, or computers, they would just use humans and pay them, minuscule amounts, and they still do it. And then by 2014, AI software could pass 99.8% of all those CAPTCHA requests that are out there, which was much higher even than the human pass rate at the time. And so, as anything, it's a battle on both sides, and so it progressed. So go to the next slide, please. And you see they went to like doing pictures, stuff, so you have to actually click on things. And so even it's like some of them didn't even have the text. They would just show a picture of a cat, and then you had to click on all the cats that were in there. Or you might have seen the traffic lights or crosswalks. You had to click on them. How many have seen these type of things before? Yeah, almost everybody here. And this really is better than having the words, on there, but it still required, effort for people to go out and do. And it's harder. It took more computing resources for the programs, the automated programs, to go through it. And then Google came up with the reCAPTCHA. If you go to the next slide, this will be the last one. How many have seen this, where you see the box where you click on it and all that? And you think, wow, they got away with all the pictures, and why can't a computer do that? And a computer could, and when you're programming, the easiest way to do it, you can just have a mouse click and the mouse will actually jump from where you're at to there. And some would even say, it would track, whether it would go straight or not. But it's very easy to write a script that will imitate, kind of a human, jarring movement and to get there. And so what Google really does with this is it's not really looking at what you're doing there. It's looking at your browser history, everything that you've done, in the past, because the more people that use that reCAPTCHA, it's like they can know, where the different sites are that are coming. And if they see your activity in the past looking more like a normal human, then it'll just let you through with a simple click. And then many of the more modern ones, too, that they have, they'll even dispense with the box, and you'll just see the reCAPTCHA there at the bottom that says that's how it's supported. And if it doesn't have a good browser history from you, or think that, it might be something different, it'll send you back to like those traffic light or crosswalk signs. And it's not anything that Google's hidden either. If you even go to their privacy page, and talk about how they use your data, it'll tell you right in there, that it'll use data, including your activity on the internet, to provide its services, which reCAPTCHA is one of those. So just something to keep in mind when you see that box. All right.